Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Sid Meier's Civilization: A New Dawn. From here on in, I shall call this game Civilization. If you have played any of the previous Sid Meier Civilization games, this is the new one that's come out at the end of last year, end of 2017. I have not played any of the earlier versions, but I understand they're really clunky and long, and they're civilization builders. They're going to do that. This game, however, this version of the game, A New Dawn, sounds like a Star Wars title, I know, is not that. It's sleek. It moves quickly. The turns go like that. They really go quickly. I like this game, I think. It's a civilization building game built on funky shaped pieces that have hexes in them, and they all link together, so you're getting a different map every time, which is great. And you're building your civilization from a starting point, as is everyone else at the table, and you have 5 cards. Those 5 cards are your 5 available actions. Some of those cards have 2 options on them, but there's 5 available actions. You're going to choose one of them each turn. They're in a row with a track along the top that goes from 1 to 5. It also shows some terrain types from grass up to mountains. That number determines what you're able to do with your action. So if I wish to build another city, I have to wait till it is on a location of the terrain type that I wish to build it on, or greater. And so knowing when to play each of these cards because of where they are on your track is really important, because once you play it, you take it out, everything on its left moves up 1, and it goes back to number 1. That's a kind of cool mechanism. That's a nice way, a really simple way to put strength and things like that into your decision. Now, this is a civilization building game. In Civilization, there is always military, or a military thing. What I've found with this game, I've played it a few times now. I've played it only as a 2-player experience. I have not once attacked the other player, and nor have they attacked me. In fact, we almost out and out avoid the attackiness. We use attacking to take out the barbarians. The barbarians are little things that move around the board, and will, if they move onto one of your things, they'll destroy it. So they're a good thing to take out. So we do use that attack action, but we don't use it against each other. I think that I'm actually missing a big part of this game because of that decision. Because of that decision to not out and out try and destroy the person on the other side of the table from me, I'm missing out on a big portion of this game, I think. But the game runs smoothly without it. I had a game of Scythe the other day with some people who had come from a background of things like Risk, and they came into it thinking, oh, I'm going to have to protect things and attack and attack and attack and attack to take this area control. Scythe is not that game. If you've watched my Scythe playthroughs and Gamesplanations and introductions, etc., you'll know it's not that type of game. It's a resource management game. I fear that I am coming into Civilization from a resource management perspective rather than from a attacking and defending perspective. And so it changes my experience of this game. I would be intrigued to see how I'd go with someone who is in that attackiness concept from the outset. Now, right at the beginning of the game, you're not going to be able to attack someone. You're not going to be able to attack the other player because you're just far too far away from them. You've got to build up your civilization, build up your number of cities, build up the hexes that you've got control over to get close enough to someone to be able to attack them. Or build up the card so you can attack from further away. It takes a while to get there. Go on and watch the Gamesplaned video of this. You'll see I go through quite a number of rounds, but I never get to the point where I'm able to attack any of the other players. And it's simply because it's a slow burn at the start. I think that's actually right. It's a slow burn. You're just building up what you can do, putting in your defenses, setting yourself up to be able to defend and attack things later on. Now, here's the crux of this game. The end game is different every time you play. There's 5 or 6 cards in the box. You're only going to have 3 of those objective cards down in any game. On each of those cards, there are 2 options. You only need to achieve one of those 2 options. And so it is possible to look at those objectives and just work towards those objectives without worrying about the players around the table, unless you actually need the hexes that they're controlling. because I haven't seen, I mean, I haven't used all of the objectives yet, but I haven't seen one of them that says you must attack and defeat your enemies 3 times or anything like that. They say you need to build 2 wonders, or you need to build 15 locations that are on the edge of the board or next to water, things like that, which suggests that the game doesn't want you necessarily to attack, to use this military thing, but it's there as a possibility. I actually said to my wife the other day, we need to play this as an attacky game. We need to have a game of this where we are out and out going to attack each other every opportunity we get, just to see what the difference is, just to see what the game feels like. Because I feel like I enjoy the game, but I'm missing something. It's kind of like I've got a piece of cake, but there's no icing on it. And I wonder if that military action is the icing on this cake. That is a question left to be seen. Hopefully I'll make that happen and see how it goes, and I'll be able to report back to you in a year's time. If you haven't noticed, I'm doing a 1 year on video from every video I've been doing for the last year, and I'll probably keep going with that now that I'm into a habit of doing it. That's what I do. Civilization. I believe this is a much smoother flowing game than previous versions. I haven't played them. I can't help you out on that. And I'm not going to pretend that I have, because, you know, I'd just be saying stuff and I wouldn't know anything about it, and I'd probably say stuff wrong. And people would need to comment below saying, Jeff, you're an idiot. You don't know anything. And that's fine. So, I go on, watch my videos. I hope you get a feel for it. If you have played the other civilizations, please comment below. Let me know what the differences are. Let everyone know what those differences are. If you have any comments or suggestions, write them below. If you have any games that you wish to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to see what games I've been playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.